We're watching this car come back from the dead, and today's episode is gonna be the most satisfying physical exterior change we have seen. And if you've ever once doubted this car, by the end of this episode, I promise you, you're gonna be feeling a little silly. Our focus today is going to be the front end of this NSX. This has been probably one of the ugliest parts of the whole entire front end. Doesn't even look like an NSX without the front end, but it's all gonna be coming together. But before we do that, we have to put on our new front fender. We have to patch up our front bumper because the thing was hammered and trashed, and we need to fix our side skirts.
I've been tasked with getting the paint off of this. We were just gonna sand it, but unfortunately, if you look at it, you'd just be chasing it because it's already peeling. I thought to myself, and I suggested to the boys, we should just strip the entire front bumper and start anew. Cool thing about the NSX bumper is that it comes in two pieces. I took it apart, I took all the metal bits off, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply this paint stripper. Hopefully it does its job. I'm gonna put this paint stripper on there, and we'll see what happens. The entire bumper is covered. It doesn't look like it's doing anything. I don't want to tell TJ that, but we'll leave. What? Hey, Teach. One hour.
What did you do?
1 hour to 24 hours, okay? It's a check every 90 minutes.
Will they expect you to stand by for 24 hours? What happens if you're not there for hour 12 and you're asleep?
It's just, you know, just check. Make sure it doesn't dry. It said, I don't know.
Well, tomorrow's the weekend. We're not gonna be here.
We don't have a scraper and we don't have a rinser, so, but hopefully it does something by hour 4.
The best way we knew how to remove all of the gunk we put on this was doing a power wash, and it worked pretty decent. Once we got all the goop off, there was still some leftover residue and leftover paint, so we hit it with a DA sander to try to remove all the material and get the bumper as smooth as possible, so when we go to put color on this, it saves some time. We also saved our bumper lights, removing the crappy vinyl from 1999 off of these lights, and they shaped up pretty well. We also ordered a brand new windshield from Beck's Auto Glass. Shout out to you, Beck's. If you're in SoCal, hit him up. He's an absolute G and never misses with his installs.
I wanted to document this because it's absolutely fucking nasty. This was such a good little home for someone at some point. You can't see past the webs. It's just like that. Yeah, look at that. She's perfect.
Yet again, another part of this car that we missed that just had bugs and animals living within it. Glad we got that all cleared up. Once we finished this up, we went ahead and moved on to the front fender. Now the fenders were modified previously. Now what I mean by that is on the front fenders there were amber lights. Now when we got it, both of our fenders had them deleted, so at one point someone bondoed over them. After replacing the front right fender, we still had that fender light hole. So Dylan took initiative and patched it with a piece of aluminum and then started just applying layers and layers of Bondo to get it 100% smooth. And by the end of it, you could barely even tell that anything had ever happened to it. Once again, have to give a little shout out to Brian for sending out this fender. Getting parts for this car are so much harder than any other JDM that we have done. And I'm not sure why, because the NSX, there's more production values of NSXs, and they lived for almost like 10 years. I don't understand why parts are so difficult. This is on. Dylan has a way with Bondo. He did a really good job making this thing look smooth. Now Ian and I are gonna work on putting the headlight assembly back in the bucket so we can move on to the front bumper. I need to interrupt today's video to talk about something very important, and that is mental health. As you guys know, I recently have gone on my own journey about how to improve my own mental health, and it has helped tenfold. And today's video is proudly sponsored by BetterHelp. They're an online therapy platform that has revolutionized the way we approach the mental well-being of ourselves. BetterHelp allows you to connect with therapists via phone call, video chat, and even messaging. Their network has over 30,000 licensed therapists so you know that there's gonna be someone who suits you best. Finding a therapist is a lot like finding that right car. You have to drive a million different cars before you're like, hey, me and this car, we connect really well, and it's very much the same thing for therapists. Getting started is super easy. All you have to do is go to the link on screen and answer a few questions, and BetterHelp will connect you with a therapist in under 48 hours. I personally have had a lot of experience with therapy, and in the more recent years when Sabrina got diagnosed, it was something that really helped me become more accepting of everything that it is, and I highly recommend it to everyone out there. Go to betterhelp.com/TJ Hunt, or just click the links down below in the description to get 10% off of your first month. Honestly, take it from me as someone who says keep moving forward at the end of every video. This is something so powerful that I wish more people got in touch with. If I could be the first start of that journey, I would be honored. Click the links down below. Thank you BetterHelp for sponsoring. Thank you BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video, and now let's get back to it. Now, while yes, there still is some Bondo throughout these buckets, we're gonna put them on the car first and then do some Bondo work, because these things are light and fragile, and it's actually pretty difficult to sand and get the amount of pressure we need to get off the excessive Bondo. And this was a part that, trust me, I wish I could just buy online, but these buckets are so expensive. All right, for the first time in existence, headlights back in, new bulbs, wiring fixed. Did the headlights work? Ladies and gentlemen, big moment. Yeah! Can you do the brights? Yeah! That's sick! Sick! Yeah! Oh, sorry, it's not all the way bolted in yet, but it works, and that's the good part, baby. Before we move on to anything else, we're gonna go ahead and install the new cowl. It's gonna look really good with the new glass. The last cowl we had got chewed up by rats, we think. We have these oddly sized holes right here. So we were able to source a new one. But it appears it needs to be cleaned.
Oh, it's brand new.
Hyper dressing, baby.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna set in, unfortunately. If you guys ever see anything that we're missing or haven't put back, for example, this interior, when we finish the interior episode, you know, we're missing the radio and we're missing this full center column. The reason why things aren't finished is we're probably just waiting on parts that we forgot to order or had to reorder. For example, this is the bezel that goes around the tachometer. We ordered one, but we accidentally ordered one that was for right-hand drive, and the TCS and headlight buttons were swapped. So we had to source another one. This one is for left-hand drive, and it has the correct locations for our buttons. So I just installed those, and I'm slowly going to piece together what creates the center column. This spot is primarily new pieces. It's gonna come together really, really well. I'm excited for it. Oh! Dust in my eye. All right, this front bumper, as you can see, we're doing our best to save this. What's really weird about the NSX is that it's a two-piece bumper. This upper half and lower half are two separate sections, and it seems that when this guy had whatever front end slight collision that he had, he kept some of his bumper and then sourced a red one, which is why we have all this red paint. And then it was painted on top, and then it was painted maybe once or twice, hard to tell. But this thing is hammered. I was trying to get us to reuse this to save costs, and there are a few front bumpers online that we can get, but I'm telling you guys, this is gonna sound crazy. The stock front bumpers are worth like a few $1,000s, and they're not even in great condition. We unfortunately might have to buy something off of eBay. If any of you guys have an NA1 front bumper for sale, please try to get a hold of me because we need one desperately. I don't know if it's gonna be worth trying to save this. I know it looks really bad on camera. We've done a decent job, but man, this thing is hammered.
The mounting points aren't close.
All right, well, red flag. When we got this car, the bumper wasn't on. But they're like, hey, don't worry, we have the bumper for you. We're now discovering as we put this front bumper on, we're missing the complete bracket system to hold this together. When they ask you how you are and you say that you're fine when you're not really fine, that's how I feel right now. Damn. That sucks because one, we're gonna have to figure out how to source that. Where does
I don't
it?
even know what it looks like.
Don't even know what it looks like. We never had it. For now, here's what we're gonna do. Don't move. Here's our bracket for now. I'm buying a new bumper, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, just get
This one's hammered.
Oh, and it's kind of sick. It's kind of sick.
Kind of worked pretty well. Need to adjust the body line on this a little bit. But come on, that's the most assembled we've seen it since. I have a lip too. We didn't put this on yet, but it's mild, just enough. I've heard a lot of horror stories that when people put lips on this thing, they just explode. Like this car is so low as it is. Bum 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 bum. All right, here's our hood. It's a style that's very popular on this car for a good reason. It looks good. Let's put it on. It's gonna look good, but man, does it look ugly right now.
It looks like a clown right now with the red lipstick.
Or your mom.
That was mean.
Say it again, dude. Talk smack about 99 one more time.
It looks ugly right now, but here's how to make it look a little less ugly. Yeah! Pop-ups, baby! First time ever on the channel we ever had pop-ups.
Look at that. She's rolling. Whee! Close call, Cheeban.
I knew it.
Close
I knew
call.
it had it.
It's so good, but yet so far away. Look at how good this roof scoop's gonna be. Oh. Officially the last episode that you'll ever see in this shop. This is the last episode you will ever see a wrench being turned. This place does really well. As big as it might look on camera, it's actually very, very small. And anyone who's ever been here as a friend or if they've bought a part from one of us, and every time anyone's seen it that watches through the video, they've always said, damn, I thought this place was a lot bigger. So as much as I'm gonna miss it, I'm also not gonna miss it because I'm really looking forward to the new shop, as I know a lot of you guys are. But we're trying to finish this video up as fast as possible because starting tomorrow at 7 a.m., we're going to have a full moving company here to box everything up and transport it to the new location so we can move in. And as you probably imagine, it's very stressful because there's a lot of stuff. The shop is just a wreck right now. There's so much stuff everywhere. It's the messiest it ever is. It's not the representation that we like to have, but with the move going on and us trying to keep the NSX uploads going out and everything else, it's been a madhouse. But I just want to say, hope you guys enjoyed the last episode inside here because he's kicking us out. It's him. It's him.
Get out of
it's
here.
It's him. He's responsible for kicking us out of here. You guys gonna take the shop or what?
We are,
What you gonna
yeah.
do with it?
We're expanding. It's a little secret. You guys will find out pretty soon.
Gotta
It's gonna be weird to see you not here anymore, or not see you here.
You guys are gonna throw us a party, right?
This whole room, I think it's just gonna be a gym.
Yeah, for everyone who's been watching for a long time, when we had our first shop space, I had that for a little bit, and then Throttle moved in, and that was 6 years ago?
Something like that.
7
You know what I
years ago?
just realized just now? They may remember, like, when we first moved in, we rented the office from you.
Yep.
And it was Mickey, myself, Rick, my brother, and then Alex, who's no
Yes.
longer with the company. But there's 4 of us in a tiny little office. And that is exactly what you have been doing and renting from us for the past year. Literally, you guys all 4 have been into one small office. So yeah, it's gonna be weird. But you guys got a lot of work to do. You're supposed to be out of here by tomorrow? I don't know when this video is going live.
Tomorrow. This is all
Everything-
real time.
Anything that is in here by February 1st, it's officially mine. So whatever, take your pick. Leave this.
So if there's no uploads for a couple days, just bear with us. We're moving as fast as we can. I'm excited, but man, I'm not looking forward to moving. It is just a stressful situation. Oh, look, you're not gonna be able to do this. He's coming over here to steal some McGuire's product.
I was actually coming to grab my Ryobi from high school.
Oh, it's yours? Are you sure? All right, guys. This ending is as real as it gets. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you boys in the next upload. Stay posted because hopefully the next video is us with the first episode in the new shop. And trust me, there is lots to show you. Thank you for watching. Peace out and keep moving forward.